How's it going, YouTube? My name's Swanky, and today I'm going to provide you with some basic tips and tricks of playing with a content creator. So you found yourself playing with a content creator. These tips are for if you yourself are a content creator, if the content creator is your friend, or if you are a fan of the content creator. So first things first, obviously, don't self-promote in their chat if you're a content creator. Nobody likes that guy that's hanging around and he feels like he's just there in order to get his content out. Whether they're bigger or smaller than you, it will always feel bad if you're trying to poach their viewers. So all you need to do is hang around, be friends, be a part of their community genuinely, and if eventually they want to shout you out, they will. And a lot of times the chat will see you in their game and they'll eventually be calling for you and who you are, and they'll go look you up. And if they can't find you, generally they will heckle their streamer or YouTuber or whoever it is and ask who you are. You see it all the time in YouTube channels where there's always one guy that people gravitated to and love to death, and they always in the comments below, they're always like, who's this guy, who's this guy, who's this guy? And then people that know will always give those links. So make sure that you just do your best to boost up your friend or the content creator and just be a nice person, and eventually you will get called out yourself. On the topic of boosting the streamer up, if they're your friend, you especially always want to make them look good. So any disagreements that you have with them or any arguments you want to get with at the time, throw it off to the side for later when the camera's not on them. Otherwise, you might really sour up the viewing experience for them. And you never want to do that. If they're a YouTuber, obviously they can edit it out later, but it's still going to create a sour environment for them to edit. And if they're a streamer, everything happens live. So you really want to make sure that you are keeping your best now. So you want to make sure that you're doing your best to try and always elevate them. Here are some examples. So in this example, I didn't even know who this streamer was. This streamer right here, this is Vostik _ if you want to check him out, right there. This is one of my greatest friends, and in this clip, I didn't even know who he was yet. My friend Mikaveli invited me to come play with him, and I didn't even know that he was a streamer really, but in order to keep the content up, I hyped him up while he was doing this amazing thing while I was dead. I could have easily been complaining that I was dead, or that I didn't get help, or whatever other things, but you'll see here, this exact clip is what boosted our friendship. As you can see, we're just getting started. Wait, this is the... No! So here is the start of a huge friendship from literally not even knowing them. And he says to me all the time that this clip is what started it off.
Oh my god.
Do you have heals, Mike?
No.
So as you can see...
Armor? Oh, you got that guy.
I'm dead, so he's just kind of, I'm, you know, spectating him, I'm watching. And I was spectating Mike, you can see that I was referring to him, and then when I switched to Vostik.
Let me tell you about Jesus!
Yeah, take that, bitch! Vos, be careful, bro!
Here, let me have a little bit of health there, if you don't mind.
And Vos and Mikaveli himself does a really good job of hyping him up as well.
Right click the flag!
Now notice in the clip, I'm not trying to be overbearing, although I am quite excited in this clip, but he was concentrating really hard. And so as you can saw, any little tips that I gave him were really short. I wasn't trying to like overbear his comms with like, you should do this, you should do this. I was just like, holy crap, you're amazing. Oh, you're carving him up. Holy shit, like this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen. So him as a content creator, I am producing a clip for him. I mean, I am actually absolutely gassing him up. Always gas up. Never gas down. Never hit the brakes on him. Gas up, gas up. Imagine if after this I said, hey, that wasn't that impressive. What a buzzkill, right? So I gassed him up and it continues. Always remember, light on your feet when it comes to content. You got to think of funny things to say. So let's keep going.
Oh my god!
You're cracked. I saw that.
Bro.
He's cracked out of his mind.
That was a bit intense.
Holy shit, that was like 47 Ronin or some shit. Oh my god.
Here, let me whisper in your ear, mama.
So sick.
Let me tell you about the sword fight I just got in. So notice how I kept it relevant. The joke, I knew that it was something really amazing, and so I really wanted to extend that moment out as long as we could. Now, you could say that it's milking content, but we're not really milking content. This is the content. We're content creators. You know, our job is to put it out there in the fans. And was some of this an inflated version of our character? Yes. You have to remember that as a streamer or a YouTuber, things that happen in the moment, I mean, you got to take advantage, especially as a live streamer. As a YouTuber, I mean, yeah, I've seen them recreate clips, right? Where something amazing happens and they said, hey, what if, you know, let's make that happen again. And usually those guys are legitimately good actors. When you're a streamer, you do embody somewhat of a character, but you're still yourself. You have to be quick-witted, on your feet in these moments. So was I going a little overboard? Sure, I was going a little overboard. But I mean, at the same time, this made such a legendary clip. So remember, if you want to go back and watch this clip, right here. All right, editor cut. I'm going to... Now, in this example, I've learned that you really need to learn how to quickly read the room, and you need to read the environment that you're in as a streamer. So this is Mikaveli. Mikaveli and I have been streaming together for a long-ass time. And he is well known for hitting like insane shots, right? He's a Splitgate pro. He's a partner to Aim Labs, like all these crazy things. So in this clip, I wasn't necessarily even spectating him, and I didn't even know what was going on until I finally did flick on over to him. But just know that I had to find an opportune moment of something to say that I knew would boost his clip. And what I said was so effective that this clip actually makes it into one of his montages. So check this out.
Headshot on the right.
The guy on the right's pretty weak. Mike.
Headshot that one midair.
Mind you, I didn't know yet.
Down low, I'm gonna push.
Down. Oh my god, another headshot.
His name is Mikaveli!
Another one. Hey, push. Oh my god, and I just got headshot off the building.
So, I don't know if you could hear it, but behind him saying, I just got headshot, I'm also screaming, oh my god, you just got headshot. So, from here, I literally could not, I remember, from my point of view, and it's live if you want to go back and see, I'm pretty sure I was spectating Anoetic. Yeah, Anoetic, another great YouTuber, by the way, and streamer. So, I'm spectating Anoetic. I didn't see this. I'm just hearing what is going on, and he's saying, oh my, he's getting hype. So something hype is happening, right? For a guy that's always hitting shots like this to get hype. And he's like, oh, I'm getting these snipes. And there was a pause. And I realized in that moment, I could aid to his clip that was happening if he was producing a clip. So I just screamed, his name is Mikaveli, because that's what casters do. Casters, when they're watching pros, they always like add commentary to it. And in that moment, I felt that it was the appropriate thing to do. And well, it must have been, because it made it into one of his montages. So it was super hype. It added to it. So remember to always read the room at that moment, even if you're not even sure what's going on. And you, especially if it's a friend that you know, maybe you got lucky enough and you're a random and you're playing with a streamer, boost them up. It might make them want to play with you forever. That's how Vostik and my clip happened. That's how Mikaveli and I happened, you know? We're good hype men. We bring our content up, and at the end of the day, it made us all want to stream together. So remember, you could just be another Joe Schmo, but you could end up in a big streamer's game like Summit, Shroud. If you say the right things, that could segment them into their circle. Just something to think about. So on the topic of reading the room, there's also comedic timing. So with these things, you want to realize that not everything is yelling at the top of your lungs. Not everything is telling them that they're trash in a joking way. Not everything is just laughing out loud, you know what I mean? Comedic timing plays a really big part in a lot of these things. And again, read the room. Know what kind of, like, you have to almost look from the viewer's perspective in their shoes, what they're hearing and what they're going to see. And when you get good enough at it, eventually it's just going to come in second nature. But I want to point out, I say the least words in this clip, and it makes it one of the best clips of all of the things that I'm going to show today. Check this out.
But I think if I was to be gay, I think I'd be really good at it.
I just want to quote that on your stream right now.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know. I give
For
110%.
once in a long time, I'm a little speechless. So, if the clip were to continue, we burst out laughing. The clip would have been a little bit better if whoever clipped it did that part. So it was clipped by one of our friends. He could have dragged it out because we all laughed pretty hard at that. But you could see that Seth FPS, another streamer and YouTuber, he knew what to say. He led into it very well by saying, I need someone to clip that. Making him realize what he had said was kind of silly. You know, it's all a joke. It's all in good fun. And then, you know, what I say just kind of like hammers home this idea that we were producing. So that's another good one to always try and read the room and get a good laugh out of that. Editor, also, sorry, if you could like edit out, maybe while I'm talking, just zoom on me. Don't show the list of people that I follow or these search bars. I don't know why I'm showing these. I should have kept it in full screen. Now I want to hammer home this idea that you need to like be super hyper aware of the content that your friends are producing. Even though I'm also a streamer and there are things that I want to put out, I have to be careful about my words that are going to come over Discord when we're in a team chat. Because sure, they can mute you, but in the moment, are they really going to have time to do that? So really think about these things and remember that you have a mute button. There are times when you should mute yourself. And I want to give an example of that. A time when I fucked up pretty bad, or I messed up really bad in this clip. So fortunately, I was able to reel it in. But here's an example of how I could have turned a pretty hype clip into something pretty unusable. And even still, it's kind of an unusable clip. Like, you wouldn't see this in a montage. They were shooting me in the back the whole time. What am I supposed to do there? So he's fragging out. Actually lasering our teammate.
Clapped.
And you can hear me complaining. I reel it in. I say two more.
Oh my god! Bro! I just destroyed their whole team.
Yeah, the third guy ran. He said, I've had enough of this guy.
Bro.
So I almost ruined this clip at the start. I just like accidentally totally I'm bitching and moaning. Everybody bitches and moans, right? It happens. But it almost ruined the start of one of his clips. I should have muted. There's no reason for his stream to hear me doing all that. So make sure you mute yourself. Don't be a nuisance. Don't be a pest. You know, no one likes a pest. And even then, I talked over him when he was going to say something. I didn't read the room properly in this clip. And even though I tried to bring it back, I said, hey, that guy ran from you. He was scared. He had enough. You know, the damage was already done. The clip is unsalvageable at this point. Now, another example of something where you need to take advantage of the moment, we straight up clapped a cheater here. Myself, Mikaveli, Vostik. This was a pretty hype moment. A guy is aimbotting, and he's killing people so fast that you have no time to react to him. Yet, this is just a clip that's kind of lame. And I mean, after all the examples I've given so far, I'm sure you guys can decide what made this clip lame.
Bro, he's fucking me up, and I don't know why.
Oh my god, he just headshotted me so many times from there. Killed this guy together. Clearly cheating. Yeah, he's cheating. Kill him. Nice. Just thirst him. He shouldn't win the lobby. Fuck this guy. If we lose, he loses.
Get fucked.
Okay, good job. Where's the hype? We just beat a cheater, man. Like, we could have turned this clip into something nuts. This could have been front page on their Twitter, on Bloodhunt's Twitter, or like, who knows? Who knows what it could have been? We didn't hype it up enough. From my point of view, from Mike's point of view, from Vostik's point of view, like, this just wasn't enough. We could have really sold this. So, you know, you're going to make your mistakes. This could have been something hype like, oh, we just clapped him. Get fucked. That's what you get. Cheaters suck. Dude, he's cheating and he still got shit on. Woo! And, you know, there's all sorts of things that we could have done here. Unfortunately, we did none of them. Instead, we were just like, okay, good. You know, if we don't get to win, he doesn't get to win. All right. Because our salt kind of came through. We forgot that sometimes we got to play a character, you know? That's what you got to do. So in closing, before I show you my last two clips, there's something that I wanted to make apparent that usually, you know, kind of isn't to some streamers. Your audience is coming to you because after a long day's work, after a shit day, after just a normal day, they're coming to you to decompress, and they're not here to hear about the problems that they already face. It's one thing to be human, but just remember not to be too human around them, right? At the end of the day, we are kind of playing an actor. At the end of the day, we do kind of wear a mask. So if you're having a bad day, remember, just kind of feel like that, you know, make yourself uplifted. Get into the mindset to entertain before you turn the camera on. And on that note, if you're going to be playing with someone new that day and you know it, make sure you look the part. If you're turning on the camera, treat it as if it's any business opportunity. Any person you run into could be a business partner potentially. So if you look kind of unclean when you're not shaved, make sure you shave. If you look unwashed, wash. If your clothes look raggedy, change your clothes. These are things that are really important, and then someday it will lead to these examples that I'm about to give you right here. So in this clip, Vostik, who's just absolutely amazing, he's super funny, he's really witty, and he's able to take any opportunity and turn it around. He did this for me, which to this day he still has this sound bite, and it's an amazing joke between our communities. So I'll go ahead and play this. I'm good.
1,000 yards. I got
This is a recording.
by the goddamn slide. He just said, "You know what, bud? You need to be in the fucking end zone," which was 10,000 yards into the gas.
Oh no, that's so good. I have to let it out sometimes. Oh, that felt good to let out. I could have won that. I had the crossbow bolt loaded. I just was. So a glitch happened in the game, and I could have won the 1v1. I could have clutched it out like I've had 1,000 times, and there was a bug where I went flying off into the mist, and I blew up. I'm known in my community. People love me for my tangents. I go on little raging sprees, and that doesn't mean I'm actually mad, but I'll take what I want to say, and I'll say it, and I'll blow it up as I go. Again, we're like actors. And so he was able to clip one of these moments, and he turned it into a soundbite for himself. So that scream is one of his sound bites that he does when he gets frustrated or the game fucks up. And the first part he likes to play when somebody's raging sometimes. So he turned it into something amazing, and as friends, that's something that we were able to build as our communities together. And for my final clip, I'm bringing you what being part of like one of these big communities can really offer you, especially if you're a streamer yourself. Now, I want you to see that this clip is clipped by Mikaveli himself, and on this day, I was not streaming. So he went out of his way to do this for me, and I'll show you what he did for me.
Okay. Oh! Frank going off. Oh! That was so dirty, bro.
I mean, just look at his face, the way he built me up. You can see at the start of the clip, he's concentrating. I can tell this is a little bit bored, Mikaveli. We were playing casuals. This was when Valorant was first coming out. We're playing casuals. You know, we were just like learning the game a little bit. Particularly wasn't too terribly hyped. You can see it on his face, right? But when I start doing this, look at the change as he starts building me up and making it hype. And now he knows, mind you, that I am not streaming. He knows that I'm not streaming in this clip, and I'm missing an opportunity for myself to get a clip. That's my old username. And him and Pam, another person we were streaming with at the time, both clipped this segment just for me and helped build me up. And to this day, this is like, I mean, for a clip that's about someone else, and he even includes himself dying in it, just to put perspective into how big the clip was for me. So remember to do these things for your friends too. And if you're a good enough friend, these things will happen to you. I did not ask him to clip this. And in fact, I think it's in here.
Like one of them walked into my firewall.
Good shit, Frank.
Someone clip, someone.
So Pam is yelling, someone clip, someone clip. I wasn't, no, mind you, I'm not like big-headed enough to say, oh, someone should clip that for me. It wasn't even crossing my mind. I was having a good time with friends. And of course they say clip that shit, which is like super sweet of them. So I also want to point out though, there is a negative in here. No offense, I'm not going to mention the person's name. He might recognize his own voice, all right? I'm not here to bring someone down. But he didn't read the room. And I just want you to listen to what he's talking about when clearly the blow up was about me in this moment, okay?
Dude, I hit one of them with my fire. Like one of them walked in.
So unfortunately, my other friend, I love him to death. He didn't read the room though. So while they're going, woo, Frank, and Illusions is in the background, another amazing streamer. He's going, woo, hoo, hoo, like that, and I'm getting hyped. And then he's over here going, yeah, I hit one of them with my fire. Like, it's so good, but it's so funny to make fun of. But at the moment, you can see how it could have almost broke the clip. So we'll listen to that one more time for fun.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Dude, I hit one of them with my fire. Like, one of them walked into my.
Like, it's not irrelevant, you know, we don't hate him for that, but it's just the way, like, it obviously didn't fit in. So with all these tips and tricks in mind, just realize this is the surface of tips and tricks for helping out your friends. So with that clip ending, we're wrapping up the video. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I actually tried something weird, and I am live right now on Twitch while recording this segment right here, right in front of me. Oddly Mechanic is saying that I look like a ghost because my light is too bright. Let's hope that doesn't show up in the YouTube video. That would kind of suck. But anyways, I'm just trying something new. If you want to watch me live, go on down below to the description and click my link on twitch.tv/Fwanky. Also, if you want to stay tuned for when I'm going live, you can go ahead and subscribe to my... You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I always post on there. Sometimes I post some cringe stuff. Sometimes I'm fighting with those Twitter people and being a little keyboard warrior. But you know what? I post all my scheduling there. So go ahead and check me out over there. If you want, my Instagram is also down there. I don't really update it often. I just kind of do. That's like my life events or whatever. Nothing too crazy is going on there. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you. I hope these tips helped. And if they really did help a lot, there's a lot more to cover that I did not cover in this video. So let me know down in the comments if that's what you'd like to see. Till next time, I'm Fwanky. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you next time. Later!
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. I'm safe and sound. I'm safe and sound. I'm safe and sound.
Alright, chat, what do you think? Oddly, did I do good? Did I go eat food and... Dude, did I do okay? Was that good?